Coach Corey Wayne. This is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's video is going to be Women Want a Man Who is a Challenge. I got an email here recently from a guy, and I'm going to read it to you, and then there's going to be a lot of comments that I'm going to have afterwards, because the guy does a lot of things wrong, but he brings up a lot of good points that every guy needs to know. So let me read his email here for you. He says, I met this girl at a wedding. We ended up hooking up, and she said she had a crush on me growing up, as did I. She got my number through her sister and texted me the number without my asking for it. We texted and set up a date, but she canceled and didn't answer for a week because her grandpa died. We didn't talk through the next week and started again, I guess after that talking. Set up another day for Saturday. We went out Friday instead, and she was very flirty, and we kissed, and she later texted, I hope you do like me because I like you. She went to Michigan not telling me or answering texts for another week. We didn't talk. We started talking again, and she asked me to a wedding, saying it's on short notice. Now listen to this. It's on short notice, but her friends were not all bringing dates. And so basically what she's asking him is, if we all us girls decide we want to bring dates, will you be my date? And so in other words, she's basically asking this guy, will you put your life on hold in case I may need you as a date? Which he goes along with it. And so they, of course, the girls decide not to bring dates, at least as far as he knows. She could have taken another guy who was a little bit more of a challenge and stronger to her. Says, we talked for another week and asked what she was up to and if she wanted to do something. She said, Friday, work Saturday, but during the day, call me later. And I said, hope to meet up. I didn't call or text and found out she was at a bar with family and didn't call me when she knew I was kind of close. I texted her the next day. I don't know what's going on, and I'm not a relationship guy, but I don't know if you're shy or interested or not interested. I thought we had a good time when we went out, and you told me that you like me, then nothing happened. I know you have a crazy work schedule and had a long relationship that ended a year and a half ago after 4 years, but I just want to know what is going on. That was a week ago, and I have yet to hear from her. Sorry if this email is long, and I hope you have some advice. Well, like I said earlier, the title of this video is Women Want a Challenge, and your problem is you have not been a challenge to this girl. There are several things that I talk about in my book, How to Be a 3% Man, and if you haven't read it, you can read it in the members area by on the right-hand side column of any page of my website. You can put your name and your email address in there and get access to the members area where my ebook is and all my audio lessons, which you can read for free. Or you can download it for $1 on the Amazon.com. There's also the links on there. It's 99 cents for the Kindle version, so you can download it to your smartphone, your iPad, your Mac, your PC, and that way you can take it with you and have it whenever you need it. So you need to learn the basics, and basically what you did to turn this girl off is that you chased her, you ran after her, she canceled a date, and yet you continued to call and pursue her. And like I talk about in my book, is that the phone, the whole purpose of using your phone is to set appointments. It's not to give out information. And basically from your email, I can tell you were really easy, really available. She would cancel dates on you, and then you would continue calling her. And you saying, I'm not a relationship guy, you're basically communicating to her, hey, I'm wanting a relationship with you. And you're doing things totally out of sequence. And, that's typical, because what most guys do is like they're told, you can tell, you're totally confused by her actions and what she's been doing, and so you've been pursuing her, and so what's happened is you come across as being needy and insecure about yourself, and it's caused her to back away, and when she backs away, then you chase more, which just communicates to her that you're not centered and you don't have control of your emotional center, and so she's basically gotten bored, and she knows she can have you, and the reason she hasn't texted you back is because, she's probably, for the most part, lost interest. And so there's really, you're not a challenge. She knows that whenever she calls you, you were willing to basically be a backup. You basically put your weekend on hold to maybe be her date. I would have never done something like that. I said, maybe be your date? Well, tell you what, give me a call, and if I'm not busy that day, then, and I got nothing else going on, maybe I'll meet up with you. And then, but, I'm not going to wait around. I mean, I'd like to see you and everything, but, why don't we just make plans and do something when you know you're definitely going to be available, then we can hang out. And that's how you approach those situations. But when you constantly call, I mean, basically what happens is she cancels a date and then you continue to call her. I mean, when a girl cancels a date and it's because her grandpa died, then just say, hey, I'm really sorry that happened. Give me a text. Text me when you're free next week or whatever. Once everything's, once you get back from the funeral or whatever happens to be going on, and then you got to give the girl the space to do that. And see where you messed up is that you continue to call and try it because you're trying to rush things. You're trying to make things happen. And as I talk about in my article, women want to be in a love story. Women want to be romanced. They don't want to know where they stand with you every minute of the day. And basically, you're calling and pursuing her is not because you want to talk to her. It's because you're trying to find out where you stand with her. And there's nothing mysterious about that. It communicates to the woman that you're needy and you're insecure and you're probably not a good guy to get involved with. And of course, she's gotten turned off and backed away. And so, the only thing you can do at this point is nothing. Don't call. Don't text. Don't do anything. And if you do hear from her again in the future, use the text. Text her the next day. What I always say is if you're not serious with somebody and they call you after 8 p.m. at night, don't let the phone call or let the text, just let it go to voicemail and respond to it the next day. Why? Because after 8 o'clock, you should be out on a date or out with your friends or doing something. And by not taking her call, it leaves her wondering, were you out with another girl? What were you doing? And if she asks you, hey, when she says, yeah, I called you last night, I got your voicemail, and you say, oh yeah, I was out with a friend. Hey, what's up? How you doing? And you roll right into a question without dwelling on it, because what most guys will do is, oh, I was out with a friend, and then she'll go, well, who were you out with? And I was like, oh, well, it's just a friend of mine, and then the guy gets on the defensive, and so when she says, oh, who are you out with? Oh, I was just out with a friend last night. Hey, how are you? What did you do? What were you up to? And you roll right into a question, and it's like because you want to leave her, you want to be mysterious about it. You want her to wonder what you're doing. I mean, you want her to think that you're a catch. I mean, if you're a catch and you're a stud and you're an alpha male, I mean, obviously you got choices. You got other women that you're dating, and that's what you need to do is if you don't have a steady girlfriend, you need to be, and you haven't mastered this stuff yet, you need to be dating lots of different women. That way, if you screw up with one, it doesn't matter because you got 2 or 3 others. And just the fact that you have several other women to go out with will cause you to be in a non-hungry state, meaning you're not going to chase and you're not going to run after girls when you don't hear from them. I mean, really, it's like you don't have time to chase girls. Why? Because you're so busy trying to figure out who to respond to because you got so many different texts with all the different women that you're dating and then you're meeting. And that's the best way to be because it puts you in an abundance mindset. And then if you screw up, you don't care, or you're not. If you really like a girl, you got 2 or 3 others that you also kind of like. So you're not really sure of which one is going to win yet, is going to win your affection. And so if you come from a position of strength and you take your time and you're a challenge to women, meaning you get back to them the next day, or if they call you on the weekend, you call them on Monday or whatever. Oh, hey, I was away for the weekend. I was out. I was busy all week and got your call. Definitely want to see you. Hey, what nights are you free this week? And just be real direct and real confident about it. I mean, your attitude is the charming James Bond. You don't want to be a guy that is pissed off or not happy or like, why didn't you call me back? Or I haven't heard from you. That's not playful. There's nothing fun about that. And if you come off being that way with women, they're going to run from you faster than they drop a bad habit. So if you find these messages of value, down along the Wibia bar there's a PayPal donate button. Just go and click the PayPal donate button, and anytime I deliver a nugget to you in one of these videos or articles, you're like, dude, that's pretty powerful. Here, throw me a 20 spot or $30 or $1 or $5. I mean, the key is it's whatever you think it's worth. And there's also on the Wibia toolbar along the bottom, there's also the Facebook share buttons or LinkedIn, or at the bottom of the screen, there's also a Facebook's comment section. So if you got a comment or question that you want to ask on this particular article, you can post it right there. If you'd like to email me and ask me a specific question that maybe I can answer in one of these future messages, the links are also on the page. And I will talk to you soon.